we're going to talk a little bit more about ser and estar. We've done this a couple times during Spanish 1, and we'll just continue to keep doing that. So ser and estar both mean to be, but how they're used in Spanish is different. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the rules of that and do an exercise with ser and estar. All right, so let's look at the examples we have here for when we would use ser. You should use ser, and remember that the conjugation of ser is soy, eres, es, somos, son, in case you've forgotten that. So here with ser, we're going to use it to say what someone or something is like. Como es Juanita? So we're asking what her personality or her essence is like. What is she like as a person? Es simpática y muy lista. So she is nice and very smart. Número dos here, to say where someone or something is from. Remember, this is origin. Again, this is something that you can't change. You can't control where you were born. So, ¿de dónde son ustedes? Where did you all originate from, or where did you all come from? And they say, somos de Guadalajara. We are from. Número tres, to define something or someone. So again, we're defining someone. ¿Quién es la chica? So who is the girl? Es mi amiga Marta. Es estudiante. It is my friend Marta. She's a student. All right, to say what something is made of. Again, this is something we can't change. Clothing is made of a certain fabric. So, ¿de qué son tus calcetines? So, what fabric are your socks made of? Or what are your socks made out of? We say son de algodón. They are made of cotton. And then the date or the time. Again, something that you don't have control over. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? Son las 2:15. So, giving the time there. Let's go ahead and let me scroll down just a little bit here. Well, I thought I could scroll down. Why isn't it letting me scroll down? Oh, sorry guys. Lo siento. I might have to move my box. There we go. All right, so estar. Again, estar is for things that usually change more quickly. So estar is for condition. Hopefully remember the conjugation of estar. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. Remember they all have accents on the A except for estoy and estamos. So let's look at these examples. To talk about states and conditions, and that's why we use it when we ask, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Or ¿cómo está? So, ¿cómo está Rogelio hoy? How is Rogelio today? Ugh, está de mal humor. So he is in a bad mood today. To talk about location, notice the difference between place of origin and location. Origin is where you're originally from. Here, location, where you are right now, or where someone is right now, because that's going to change. Even in a day, that might change multiple times. So, ¿dónde está mi libro de álgebra? So, where is my algebra book? Está debajo de tu cama. It is under your bed. And then this is one that we've just recently done with the present participle to talk about what is happening right now. Remember, it's a form of estar that you conjugate, and then you put ando or yendo onto the verb and create the present participle for what is happening right now. So, ¿qué están haciendo Ana Clara y Meme? So, what are Ana Clara and Meme doing? Están jugando al voleibol en la playa. So, they are playing volleyball on the beach. Oh, doesn't that sound lovely? All right, we're going to go ahead and look at an exercise on page 369, so page 369, and we're going to look at number 24. So, Ruben y su hermano Marcos tienen que salir inmediatamente para el aeropuerto. Completa su diálogo con la forma apropiada de ser o estar. So they need to leave immediately for the airport, and you need to complete the dialogue with the correct form of ser or estar. Hopefully you remember the two of them. Remember, soy, eres, es, somos, son for ser, and estoy, estás, está, estamos, están for estar. So let's look at what Ruben, he says. Marco, ¿por qué no blank tu listo? Why aren't you ready? Okay, so your subject there is tú. So what, again, we're talking here about condition. Why aren't you ready? So for tú, what form you're going to be using? Estar. Hopefully you said estás. Don't forget the accent on your A. Es que todavía haciendo la maleta. And still, and he's talking about still you have to pack. You are still packing your suitcase. And, sorry, Marcos says, I am still packing my suitcase. And so if he says, I am still packing my suitcase, what form of, well, first off, which word do we need to be using? Ser or estar here. Notice that we have yendo, right? We're on the haciendo. And he's still saying, I am still packing my suitcase. Hopefully you said estoy. Ruben says, ay, Marcos, tú un desastre. So he's saying that you are a disaster. No vas a cambiar nunca. So you are not going to change never. So this is an indication here of his character. He's always kind of a procrastinator. So we're going to be talking about essence here. Do you need to be using ser or estar? Okay, hopefully you said ser. And our subject here is tú. So which form of ser do you need to be using? Eres. Ayúdame a encontrar mi camiseta favorita. Help me to find my favorite t-shirt. Blank roja y blank de algodón. So it is red and made of cotton. Again, two things that, if you change, you're going to change the entire essence of that shirt. So if my subject here is camiseta, and I'm going to be talking about essence, I need to be using ser. What form of ser should I be using? For both 4 and 5 are going to be the same word. Hopefully you said es. So both número 4 y número 5 es. Ruben, ¿por qué no sabes dónde blank? Okay, why don't you know where? And we're talking about the t-shirt here, the camiseta. Why don't you know where it is? And again, we're talking about location. So we're going to be talking about ser or estar. Hopefully you said using estar. And our subject here is t-shirt. So it's an it. You should be using está. Don't forget the accent on the está. ¿Por qué tú de tan mal humor? Why are you in a bad mood? Okay, and we're talking about mood here. So you should be using a form of estar. Our subject is tú, so what should it be? Hopefully you said estás. Don't forget the accent on the A. Hombre, man, en 3 horas vamos a blank en las playas de Puerto Rico. ¡Qué bien! It's like, dude, man, in 3 hours we're going to be on the beaches of Puerto Rico. That's going to be awesome. It'll be great. So we're talking here about location. So which one are you going to be using, ser or estar? Okay, hopefully you said estar. Now if you notice, we have vamos a. We have a conjugated verb, and we're going to be putting next here an infinitive. So we're actually just going to be keeping it as estar. We are going to be. Okay, so it has to be just estar. Ya sé, already I know, pero el avión sale a las 3. But the plane leaves at 3. Mira, look. Ya, already, blank las 2. So we're talking here about time. Remember, we are always going to use ser for time. And this is plural because it's 2. So hopefully you said son. Look, mira, aquí tengo mi camiseta. Here I have my t-shirt. Alright, now, ¿dónde blank mis zapatos de tenis? So where are my tennis shoes? We're talking about location, so should you use ser or estar? Hopefully you said estar. And our subject here is tennis shoes. So you should be using the plural, están, accent on the A. Ugh, I wonder if they make it to the airport on time. What do you think? It's not looking good. Hopefully they can get a little bit later flight. Alright, I always think that exercise is funny. Hopefully that helps to clarify a little bit more about ser and estar. It's a little tricky, but once you get used to it, you really can see the difference. You just have to think about what we're describing. Is it essence or condition? All right, hope you guys are doing well.